we talked about men's ice hockey, and now we switch gears and we welcome in Lauren Cherewyk, a senior forward on the women's ice hockey team. Lauren, thanks so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. Well, I mean, you got your first game in, an exhibition game against the University of Windsor. Actually, BC also competed against Windsor at the BU facilities, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Yeah. How was your first look at BC?
Well, actually, I didn't get to watch the game. I know a couple people did, and I mean, they're our rivals. They
always look about the same.
Yeah. You just want to. Doesn't matter what they are.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, every game is different. The way they play against that team is going to be different. How they come compete against us. So, I try not to focus in on them. I mean, when we play them, then I get all geared up, and then I start, you know.
We're going to save that up.
Yeah, exactly,
right.
exactly.
Well, in this exhibition game, it was a 4-1 win over the University of Windsor. 4 different Terriers scored a goal. It seems like you're just picking up where you guys left off. Yeah,
I mean, what's awesome about that, too, is that it was pretty much every class got a goal. I mean, a freshman got a goal, a senior, sophomore. So, I mean, it was an exhibition game. It was nice to get everyone, you know, kind of feeling the puck, but we were missing a couple players.
Yeah, you had some key, 5 key players?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot.
Even more impressive how well you played.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot different having them this weekend in North Dakota. Definitely.
Well, I'm just curious. You know, they always say it's harder to find fault in a win. What are you guys working on after that? What did you see in that exhibition game that you guys are working on before heading out to North Dakota?
Yeah, I think it's more of just we're still trying to get to know each other, still trying to figure out, you know, who works with who in each line. And I mean, missing those players, you know.
Change the lines a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We'll probably change the lines a little bit. I think what we're working on the most for the season is we just want to be consistent.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, coming into preseason and all these games coming up, we're just hoping that we can stay focused, stay consistent, stuff like that.
And there are certain distractions that, you know, for a team, they can be distractions. And obviously getting the new preseason ranking, number 4 in the country, the highest the Terriers, or ties the record for the program record back in 08-09. What do you guys kind of take from that? Obviously, you know what happened last year and what a run it was, but what do you guys take from that national ranking to start this season?
You know what? It's a feather in our cap. I see it as just a number. I mean, it has no reflection on where we're going to be. I mean, no reflection on this year. It's part of what they saw in us. It's kind of like a pat on the back of, like, you guys did great last season. But, I mean, this is a new season, and I think it's nice to be ranked, but I think we're still going to play like underdogs. I mean, that's the way you have to play if you want to win games. You got to play like you're not ranked, and it's a new season.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because there's that old cliche of a postseason hangover.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was an amazing run last year, winning the Hockey East Championship and then getting to the NCAA tournament. But how hungry there are enough returning players. How hungry are you to get to that point and, again, make another step up, which this program has done by leaps and bounds every year?
I mean, we definitely want it. We lost 10 players, but the players that did feel that emotion of getting Hockey East, it's a thought in the back of your head, and it's a feeling you want to feel again, but we want more. Like, we expect more from our team. We expect to win Hockey East, and we want to be in the NCAA tournament, you know.
Be back there again. You know what it was like to get there. You know what it takes to get there with the run that you had.
Yeah.
You know, as a senior and a veteran in the program, do you like the idea of going on the road to open the season? I mean, 4 years ago with the men's hockey team, we went to Alaska. Probably a little bit too far to go to open any season. But North Dakota, is that just about the right distance? Great hockey atmosphere, the focus really out on hockey in Grand Forks. Not a heck of a lot else to do.
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's super excited for this weekend. We leave tomorrow morning. And, I mean, whether you're starting at home or starting away, it's still games you have to focus on. And it's part of the season. And I'm excited for North Dakota. I'm excited to see their rink. I hear it's pretty, and I mean, ours is pretty nice too now.
Yes.
So,
they did a lot of work to Walter Brown Arena during the offseason.
Renovation.
Bernie just mentioned the schedule, and it reminds me that there's an interesting quirk in the schedule. You basically, the first 3 games are on the road, and your last 3 games are on the road.
Yeah.
And then in between, you're kind of going back and forth, but you have a bunch of nice little homestands.
Yeah.
How important then does it make these road games? Because obviously, you know, as you saw in the postseason, you're going to have to win elsewhere besides at Walter Brown.
Yeah, I mean, road games are super important. You don't have the same fan base as you would, but I mean, there's a lot of parents making the trip to come to a lot of our away games, and as you said, our schedule is kind of different. I mean, we have a lot of home games before Christmas, and then after Christmas, it's like a lot of, broken up.
Yep.
But away games are just as important or more important than home games. I mean, it's crucial. You have to rise to the occasion and get some wins, basically.
And just to piggyback what Bernie asked before is how much do you think it helps going on the road to start to, as you mentioned, trying to still get to know the girls and, that way you're basically living with them for a few days.
Totally. I mean, I think that going away to begin with, the girls are excited, and it kind of shows the new girls, and it just shows them like, hey, this is what it's like for away games. This is what it's going to be like, what to expect. And I think it kind of brings our team closer together. We're all experiencing North Dakota together, and I think overall it kind of helps with our team dynamic, even getting closer.
Yeah. There was an article in the Daily Free Press talking about how there's 3 goalies who are basically up for the job right now. How much fun have you seen the competition between them, just watching, and you get the chance to shoot on them at practice every day?
It's
no
awesome.
one know better than you who's playing well.
Thanks. It's awesome. I mean, they're all very talented goalies, so I know it's tough fighting for a spot, but they're all bringing it, and they're making us as forwards and defense better because they're competing in practice, and I'm excited to see like when it comes to game time, who's going to step up. And
so you're just happy you don't have to make the decision.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'll leave that to Coach DeRocher.
Well, your head coach was a pretty good goalie. Take my word for it.
Yes, I've heard. I
was only about 2 years old when he played, but
really?
I remember him.
Yeah.
He was pretty good.
Well, before I let you go, as a senior, we always want to ask, kind of the overlooming question, and looking back at your career, and we've talked about this with pretty much every guest, which is, as this program has developed, now in I believe its 7th season, you've been here for 4 of them, and you've just seen how this has grown every single year. How can you describe it? I mean, look at the work they did to Walter Brown Arena for your final season. I mean, this program is just really taking off in such a quick pace.
Totally. It's growing, and us winning Hockey East last year is just a testament to how far we've come in such a short time, and I wish I could play for 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
I'm
just
sure
stay
Coach
here.
DeRocher says the same thing.
Might get too old. I might have to hang up the skates, but I mean, yeah, it's growing, and I'm excited to see how much it grows after this year. But I mean, right now I'm just focusing on our team now, and season hasn't even really started yet, and I'm so excited.
You get to worry about North Dakota. How many people get to say that?
Yeah, that's true. So. Absolutely. And a little different this year. You won't be in direct competition with a certain member of the men's team in terms of the scoring race.
Yes.
That'll be different.
That'll be different, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to let that go.
Lauren, thanks so much for
you.
joining us. Have fun in North Dakota this
Thank you so
weekend.
much. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.
That's Lauren Cherewyk joining us. You really have to make them always feel uncomfortable.
No, I didn't mean to. I couldn't let it get away without mentioning that, though.
The reigning Hockey East champion, number 4 Terriers, start their season on the road, spending a weekend in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Terriers and Fighting Sioux on Saturday and Sunday at a 3:07 start time. That's how they do it in North Dakota, 3:07 start time.
3:07 to be exact in
Grand
Forks.